As we step into the later chapters of life, something profound begins to unfold. We stop chasing and start observing. We begin to see through illusions and recognize the value of silence, solitude, and inner wisdom. Carl Jung, the legendary Swiss psychologist, understood that aging was not a decay. It was a transformation. He believed that in old age, the soul no longer seeks to impress the world. It seeks to understand itself. And in this quiet understanding, there are things we must protect, truths, memories, emotions, not out of fear, but out of reverence. Because not everything we know is meant to be shared. Some knowledge becomes sacred as we age. Let's explore 8 things Carl Jung would say you should never share openly in old age, not because they're shameful, but because they're precious. Regret is a natural part of life. We've all made choices we wish we could undo, but Jung believed that constantly voicing our regrets in old age can anchor us in the past, preventing us from experiencing the peace that comes with maturity. You see, your regrets are not warnings for others to avoid your path. They're unique to your personal evolution. When we speak too often of them, we risk being seen as bitter, or worse, living in self-punishment. Instead, keep your regrets where they belong, in the rearview mirror. Let them teach you, but don't let them define your final chapters. Share the wisdom, not the wound. Speak of the growth, not the guilt. In doing so, you rise above the weight of your past and model emotional resilience for others. Jung believed that every person has a deep spiritual side, something ancient, intuitive, and deeply personal. He saw religion and spirituality not as doctrines, but as encounters with the numinous, the divine unknown within. As we grow older, spiritual experiences may become more vivid. We might sense presence, meaning, or even visions, but sharing these sacred moments with those who aren't ready to understand them can cause confusion or mockery. Let your actions reflect your faith. Let your energy be your testimony. The sacred is meant to be felt, not explained. Explained. Hold your spiritual life like a candle, gently, protectively, letting it light your path without demanding others to see it the same way. Love, betrayal, forgiveness. Our relationships shape us more than anything else, but there's a difference between reflection and exposure. In old age, constantly discussing private matters from your relationships, who hurt you, who stayed, who failed you, doesn't bring peace. It creates emotional residue. Jung called it projection, the habit of assigning our unresolved feelings onto others. Instead of rehashing past relationship wounds, focus on the emotional maturity you've gained. Let others feel the peace you've cultivated. Speak less of who wronged you and more of what love taught you. Because when you protect the privacy of your heart, you protect the dignity of your healing. Pain that has lingered through decades is not something that can be explained in a few sentences. It becomes part of our psychological fabric. But when we share it constantly, especially in late life, we may unknowingly reopen wounds we've spent years trying to close. Carl Jung taught that pain must be integrated into the personality, not relived or broadcast. This means understanding how our suffering shaped us, but not letting it dominate. You are more than your pain. You are the wisdom that grew from it. If you share your pain, do it to uplift, not to bleed. Do it to show others that healing is possible. Otherwise, let silence become your strength. In a world driven by comparison, revealing your material wealth or emotional stability can invite all the wrong kinds of attention. As we age, we may feel proud of what we've built, and rightfully so. But Carl Jung warned that not everyone will receive your success with celebration. When you speak of what you own, emotionally or materially, you risk triggering others' insecurities or envy. Some may take advantage of your kindness, while others may judge or resent you. Instead, let your calm demeanor, your stability, your peace speak for you. Your peace speak for you. True abundance doesn't need to be spoken. It shows itself in how you walk, how you treat others, and how grounded you are in yourself. Just because you are older doesn't mean your life is done evolving. Many find their most meaningful dreams in their final decades. Whether it's travel, writing, learning, or giving back, old age can be deeply creative. But Jung emphasized the danger of exposing our unformed ideas to the judgment of others too early. Sharing your plans while they are still fragile may invite discouragement, doubt, or even subtle sabotage. Speak your plans only to those who uplift your spirit, or better yet, speak them only to yourself. Water them in silence. Let your actions become the announcement. The universe respects quiet momentum. All of us carry a shadow, the parts of ourselves that we don't want others to see. Anger, envy, regret. Jung believed that acknowledging the shadow was essential to healing, but sharing those thoughts too freely, especially later in life, can cause damage. In your senior years, people may look to you for wisdom, balance, or peace. If you constantly speak your unfiltered shadow, your bitterness, judgments, or fears, you might cloud your relationships. Acknowledge your shadow, but do it in solitude. Write, reflect, meditate, heal. Don't give your shadow the microphone. Give it a mirror. And when you speak to others, speak from the integration of your shadow, not the chaos of it. Yes, it is important to prepare wills, preferences, legacy. These are responsible, thoughtful acts. But once they are handled, you must release the need to obsess over death. Carl Jung believed the end of life should be treated with reverence, not dread. Talking about it constantly can cast a shadow over the joy still available in your remaining days. Death is a part of life, not the opposite of it. You've already done your part. Now live. Talk more about your passions. Share your memories. Laugh more than you grieve. Chill. Let your legacy be joy, not fear. Old age is not the ending. It's the blooming. It's when the soul stops chasing and starts shining. Jung taught that our later years are when we have the greatest potential for inner peace. But with that peace comes responsibility to protect what matters, to hold silence where needed, and to speak only what serves healing. So as you reflect on these 8 things, remember, it's not about secrecy, it's about sacredness. Not everything belongs in the open. Wrongs in the open. Some things are meant to be held in the soft, wise space of your own heart. You've earned your silence. You've earned your inner peace. Choose wisely what you share, and let the rest be felt, not said, not said.